Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Talk of the Town podcast. This is your host, Matt Brown. We have our first on-the-spot reaction video here on the podcast today. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for daily videos here on the channel and on-the-spot reactions. And yeah, let's get into it. So today we're talking about the Cowboys, Micah Parsons requesting a trade, and just the Cowboy season in general here going into 2025. So the whole Micah Parsons thing, to me, I look at it, people are looking very negatively on it, and I'm more of a positive thinker, and I get the negatives, the whole thing with the Jerry Jones situation and all. A lot of Cowboys fans, and just sports fans in general, are not high on Jerry Jones, and I get it. He's made a lot of weird decisions over the last couple of years, just weird comments. They're not like weird in the sense of weird, but just like, dude, I don't know. It's just, he's a very arrogant person. Like, that's just who he is. He's just very, kind of just let me do me, and I get that to an extent, but, a lot of Cowboys fans weren't happy with him as of recently. And I understand, but the Micah Parsons situation, I kind of look at it as a win-win for the Cowboys. Like, as long as Jerry Jones just doesn't mess it up. Like, again, if you trade Micah Parsons, you're probably going to get like 2 first-round picks and a decent player back from him. At the least, you're getting a couple first-round picks. Again, if Jerry Jones is smart, but you have to wonder about him sometimes, and I get it, because it's worrisome. You're talking about him trading Micah Parsons. He's just kind of a spiteful guy. But again, I think he knows better than to not get the value for him. He's a very valuable player. He's a Hall of Fame caliber player to this point of his career. So again, but if you keep him, then you have a Hall of Fame caliber defensive player on your team. You're like, dude, we got Micah Parsons still, and you feel really good about your defense and your team in general. But then you feel good about your future too, because you have a couple first-round picks and you might get a pretty solid player out of it. Including this year, you'll probably get a couple first rounds and a good player. So I kind of look at it as a win-win for the Cowboys. They just can't screw it up. Like, if you manage to screw up the Micah Parsons situation, I think Jerry Jones will probably be run out of town with pitchforks and torches. Can't say I blame them, because that's pretty detrimental to your future right there. Again, he's old anyway. He probably doesn't really care about the future as much. He wants to win now, which is why I'm kind of surprised he hasn't re-signed him yet. But it's gotten pretty ugly with Micah's agent now, and Jerry Jones are not even speaking at all. So I think Micah's going to be gone. Unlike the Terry McLaurin situation, I think Terry McLaurin's going to go back to the Washington Commanders, to be honest with you. I think they'll figure something out. But this situation's different. It's gotten pretty ugly, and Micah's already he posted something about like thank you Dallas or something, and goodbye. So I really don't think he's going to be a Dallas Cowboy this year. I don't know when he's going to be gone necessarily. Excuse me. But eventually he's going to go somewhere. Now, do I know? I actually have no idea where he's going to go. I think maybe a team that's in win now mode. Like, does Buffalo really care about their next 2 first-round picks? They've been picking at like the bottom 30. I've seen Detroit is up there. Dude, him and Aiden Hutchinson would just be catastrophic for any offensive line. That'd be crazy. Detroit got that. I'd have them as a Super Bowl favorite just off of that alone. Like, that's crazy to defend. And even Buffalo, like, Joey Bosa can't stay healthy, but like, could you imagine that pass rush with Micah Parsons? Like, that would just be a difference maker in the AFC. And being able to really now pressure Mahomes and Lamar, like, that's a massive upgrade. Like, he is a massive asset to Super Bowl teams. Again, I don't think he's going to go to some garbage team. I can't see him going to like the Giants or the Saints. And if he does, I feel so bad for that man. I don't think there's any. And maybe if they pay him enough, he'd do it. I'm sure he would. Yeah, anywhere has a price. But I really could see him going to Buffalo, Detroit. Don't throw Kansas City necessarily out of the window either. They haven't really made any bold moves. But again, Micah Parsons is out there, man. This is a guy who's literally like entering his prime, and it's just would just be so valuable to any team. Like he'd boost you, like he even probably would boost the New England Patriots into near Super Bowl, contending. Their offense has something to be desired still, but still, like that's massive. He's a massive asset. I'm trying to think of some other teams. I don't really. Again, he's not going to trade within the division. I know I just brought the Giants up, but they're not going to trade him within the division. But I don't think the Ravens would, But imagine the Baltimore Ravens getting Micah Parsons. I don't see how they wouldn't even. You're talking 17-0 territory at that point. Seriously, we're not even talking the Super Bowl. We're talking. Can you be up there with the undefeated Dolphins and the 17-0 Patriots? Like craziness, right there. So wherever he goes, he's going to be a difference maker. He's going to take any team from a pretender to a contender real fast. He's that kind of player. Again, he's kind of a moody guy. Like he just is. He's arrogant. He has the Cowboy kind of attitude. Like, the Dallas Cowboys, it's a very arrogant organization. I'm not saying it makes them bad people or anything, but they are. They haven't necessarily won anything in a long time. But the way they talk, you'd think they've won 5 Super Bowls within the 2010s and won at least 1 or 2 in the 2020s so far. Like, that is an organization that talks very high about their teams, even though they haven't had a lot of success. And I get it. Like, you want to talk high about your team. And they've been good in the regular season, but there's the playoffs. They ain't done squat. I don't think they've been to the AFC Championship since the 90s. That's my whole lifetime. So, yeah, the Cowboys in general, though, again, Jerry Jones is just kind of concerning. His age and his actions so far. What in the world is going on? The running back room needed revamping. He signed Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams. And again, they could have had Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry was completely planning on going to Dallas, and that's it. Baltimore was like, bro, wait, this guy's still out here? And they signed him for like 2 years for nothing for Derrick Henry. It was just crazy. He was fully expecting to go to Dallas. Jerry Jones just didn't sign him. It's decisions like that really turn your fan base against you. He's all landing in practice on a helicopter and stuff. It's just, nuts. But, Brian Schottenheimer, I think people got to give him some sort of a chance. I get, probably any other team in the league wouldn't have signed him to be head coach. People bash Jerry Jones. They're like, you know what? He's only head coach because of Jerry Jones. Meanwhile, that is true. But, try giving the guy a chance at least. If he sucks midway through the season, Jerry Jones deserves to be bashed. Absolutely. So does Schottenheimer for bad coaching. But at the same time, people are like, Ben Johnson was out there. Ben Johnson's no guarantee to be a good head coach. The Bears' offense, honestly, right now looks like a disaster in training camp. There's a personality that comes with head coaching as well. And I don't know if he has it or not. Like, no one knows. This guy isn't necessarily a well-known, offensive coordinator, head coach. But at the same time, give him a chance. Let's see what he has. If they go out there and they roll out and be 10-7, 11-6 in the playoffs, Jerry Jones looks like a genius. And Ben Johnson is 8-9, and the Bears miss the playoffs. You'd be like, dang. I remember those rumors about them re-signing Mike McCarthy. I think they should have. I don't know why they kind of didn't keep him. I guess sometimes, it just runs its course. And I kind of seemed like it was there for Dallas. I don't even know how much he wanted to be there at that point, and everyone in the organization kind of wanted him gone. For a start, I get it, but we'll see. Again, the Cowboys, there's a lot of question marks. Micah Parsons, who knows at this point, to be honest with you. I think he's going to be off Dallas. He's one of those ones where it just feels like it's not going to come together. Jerry Jones is very yeah, I'm going to win this. You're not going to be a Cowboy. I'm not going to pay you. He's not afraid to spend money. Look at Dak. Look at CD. It's not like he's afraid to spend money. There's just something there that's not meshing with those two. It's not. Now the Asian isn't talking. He's not going to be a Cowboy in 2025. And maybe I'm completely wrong. But again, they can get 2 first-round picks out of Micah Parsons. So it's kind of a win-win for the Cowboys. And you're going to get value for them. There's no doubt about it. They're not going to get a 5th-round pick. And if they do, Jerry Jones should move to another country because I don't know how Dallas is going to let him even live, more or less. But, yeah, kind of crack my neck. My neck was feeling stiff. But, yeah, this whole situation is very weird for Dallas. This is a weird year. It kind of feels like an Atlanta year almost. No one knows what's going on with the Falcons. There's good players there. But a head coach, who knows? I'm not high on Raheem Morris at all, but no one knows I'm Brian Schottenheimer. And I'm just kind of split 50-50. This guy could be a decent head coach. It could be a disaster. And they're going to be looking for another one next year. That's where it kind of feels like it's at. So, only time can tell. So, yeah, again, the Cowboys, will Parsons be there? I don't think so. I don't know when he's going to be off the team. We'll see. But I don't think he'll be there. I think the Cowboys are going to be a good team, not a great team, but a good team. I think they'll be just pretty average. That 9-ish win team, 10-win team. They still have a lot of talent. DeMarvion Overshown is a good player. Their cornerbacks are good players. I mean, I like Deron Bland. I like Trayvon Diggs. But they can't stay healthy. They can't. And if they can, it'll be good for them. But we'll see. So, yeah, that's it for my on-the-spot reaction. My first one. Again, these are kind of shorter videos. I just like kind of going on talking about that specific topic for a little bit. So, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about my take. And, yeah, I will see you guys on the next one.